Now consider the stream live. So,
All right.
we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Decked, everybody. My name is Tyler, and with me today is my friend Sarah, live via Skype.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
That is well.
Oh my gosh, Tyler just tagged me on Facebook.
Oh, I wonder why. That guy is tagging everybody in sight. He doesn't know when to leave well enough alone. So we are trying something new tonight. We're gonna play Sentinels of the Multiverse on the computer version, but from Handelabra Games. They do a wonderful app, and they do live streams of their own. And I was inspired by them and any number of other things to see what we could do tonight. So Sarah, what do you? You're not quite sold on Sentinels of the Multiverse. I know.
I don't hate it, which is strong praise from me.
It is strong praise from you because it doesn't involve Pete.
Could we perhaps burn something in order to heat our houses and make our players happy?
You absolutely could. You may well need to do so since you are about to be in the middle of snow blizzapocanips. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah. You got that hashtag right.
Okay. That might be 140 characters. So tonight we're going to play Sentinels of the Multiverse. We figured we'd do a random selection, and then Sarah and I will sort of pick the heroes we want to represent, and we'll see what happens. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Alrighty. Randomized. So, we have the Grand Warlord Voss. He's trying to take over the ruins of Atlantis because reasons. And he's being fought off by the Visionary, Haka, Bunker, and Absolute Zero. Sarah, do any of these heroes immediately leap out at you?
Need to get out of here?
Leap out at you.
Oh, that I want to play?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Absolute Zero, because it's slightly chilly out.
Okay.
Is that Haka when the walls fell?
That is Haka when the walls fell at Tanagra.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so you'll take those two, and I'll take the Visionary and Bunker.
Okay.
And let us fight. And then we go through a cute little cutscene here. Giant boss versus 4 tiny little heroes. The Visionary showing off that she knows what the hell's going to happen. But does she know how this fight is? If she knows how this fight is going to end, you'd think she could give us a little more of a hint. So in Sentinels, the villain goes first because heroes are reactionary, and Voss in particular pours out a crap ton of minions. So I think this is a great time to enjoy the beers we're drinking. I'm drinking a Mostly Cloudy.
Ooh, I'm drinking a Global Warmer by 6 Point.
Which, as you said, is very tasty, but reminds us of the impending end of the world.
Yes, it's a delicious spiced IPA, but also with a little bit of guilt for enjoying a beer that's a pun on global warming.
Alright, so the Gene-Bound Banshee is going to do sonic damage to the hero with the most ongoing cards. And we're all tied for most ongoing because we all have none. I would advocate Haka take this hit because he has the highest HP.
Okay.
Alright, Haka will take it. Sonic damage dealt. And now the Gene-Bound Psyweaver is just going to hit everybody. So we're just going to let the computer choose and it'll damage everybody.
Okay.
And this villain turns in particular with Voss are a little tedious because there's so many minions to do something before we get to make any choices. Again, the Gene-Bound Frosthound is hitting everybody. Now, I will say, the Long Trail Mostly Cloudy, it's a Belgian white. For some reason, I thought it was the IPA, which I realize now is the Sick Day. But with the impending snow blizzapocalipnicon, I figured it was important to grab a Long Trail Survival Pack from the store this evening. So
it's always important to have Long Trail during any kind of snowstorm.
It is, and I figured, why not? There's no reason not to. I just forgot Mostly Cloudy was a Belgian. So I'm a little surprised, having opened it.
No, 5 more to go.
I wish there were 5. Okay, so the Visionary is going to play something here. In my hand, now that I'm finally looking at my hand, I have a decoy projection, which is a good thing to stop the Visionary from taking damage momentarily. Although with so many blanket damage-dealing creatures, they're going to damage the decoy and the Visionary almost every turn.
Okay.
Then I have Mass Levitation, which bestows the power of reducing damage dealt by environment cards. Atlantis is a very damage-heavy environment. Precognition can reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck, put 1 on the top and 2 on the bottom. That would be a really good play against Voss.
Mm-hmm.
And then Suggestion, take 2 cards from the villain trash, put 1 on the top of the villain deck and 1 on the bottom. So
Doesn't the turn go put a card out and then use its action? But unless, I guess if it's a one-shot, then that's the same thing.
right, that would be the play.
Yeah, okay.
And the only power I have in hand is Mass Levitation, and that's not a power I'm going to use this turn.
Okay.
So I feel Precognition is the best play she has.
Alright.
So, coming off the top of Voss's deck, we have Forced Deployment, which would take minion cards from the villain trash and put them into play. There are none right now, so that would be a pretty innocuous play for him. I see. So, it would happen at the start of his next turn is when that would trigger. So we could not kill any minions this turn, or otherwise they would just come back next turn.
Let's not do that then.
Nope. And then there's a Gene-Bound Bionaut. It's immune to toxic damage, and it would deal the hero target with the lowest HP toxic damage. That's another minion. And then there's the Gene-Bound Shock Infantry, immune to lightning damage, and it deals the highest HP lightning damage. So one of these guys is going on top, and the other 2 are going to go on the bottom of the deck, hopefully to never be seen again.
Well, this one deals how many damage?
This lightning one
Yeah.
will do the highest HP 3 lightning damage.
Okay. Well, the other one was the lowest HP, only 2 damage, which that's not horrible. I mean, early in the game.
No, it's punching somebody who's already got sore nuts.
Yeah.
And then Forced Deployment. I don't think it would really make a difference at this point if we don't kill any of the minions this turn. Because at the start of the villain's turn, it'll be destroyed. No, sorry. He will play it next turn.
Okay. But we can just bring them to, like, the brink of dying and then wait a turn and then kill them, right?
Yeah. I just feel like early in the game, Forced Deployment's going to be safe to allow to be played.
Sure.
So let's give that a try. And then I can determine which one goes on the bottom and then the tippy-top bottom. The body bottom? And then Visionary gets a play. Somebody's going to draw 2 and discard 1. I'm going to actually, we can check and see what's going on. Because I was about to nominate Absolute Zero. But I see he has onboard module installation and a module in his hand. So normally I would have advocated 0 draw cards to get to that kind of card faster. But he's got those.
Okay.
And then
it looks like everybody has the same number of cards too, so...
Right, we're all at starting hand.
Yeah.
And so I'm just I'm thinking of characters who either key off, they burn cards faster because they're discarding them, or there are certain cards they want to get to faster. Like, Bunker is going to be drawing cards a lot. In the absence of a better choice, I'm going to just say the Visionary should draw.
Yeah, why not?
And I'll throw away the decoy because it's just not going to survive this game. Oh, there's another decoy. Alrighty. Alright, Haka. So you have... Now, how legible are these to you?
Pretty legible. I have it at full screen, so when you pull it up... so whenever an environment card is destroyed, you may draw a card.
Right.
Redirect any damage that would be dealt to a hero target by an environment card to Haka.
Let's see.
Why would anybody use the power to destroy this card?
Because you do not have the option to not redirect the damage.
Oh, okay.
Is
Um,
required when that card is out.
what's Haka's HP again?
He starts at 34. He's probably down to 30ish or 28.
Oh, good lord. Okay, that's pretty big. Um, okay, so that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. And that's only from environment damage, I believe.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, and then
Uh, Haka of Battle, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 or more cards. Increase the next damage dealt by Haka by 1 for each card discarded this way.
mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
Excuse me while I'm fielding comments from the peanut gallery.
Haka regains 2 hit points, draw a card.
Right.
So I like either the environment damage one or the increased Haka's abilities by discarding.
The Haka of Battle card is a one-shot. That'll be this turn.
Oh, which we don't care about. All right, back up to the environment then.
Okay, so you want to you mean Enduring Intercession or Dominion?
The No, the other environment card. The
Enduring Intercession? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Played. Now you have 2 powers. Do you want to destroy Enduring Intercession?
No.
The answer is no.
No.
So you'll be dealing 1 target 2 melee.
Okay. Who do we? So we have like the main bad guy, but then he has a bunch of minions.
Right, and Voss's gimmick is that each minion reduces damage by 2.
Okay.
So he's basically invulnerable right now.
Okay. Well, I guess let's just pick one and target it then.
Okay. There is apparently you notice in the middle of the screen right now how there's the fist and the amount of damage to be dealt, and then a blue bar beneath it.
Yes.
The blue bar is indicating something's reducing the damage you deal.
So is that number 1? Did it used to be 2 and now it's 1?
Right.
Or...
It would be a 2 if not for the -1.
Okay. So it's doing all the calculations for us.
Right. Oh, and someone's in our chat box right now.
What?
He
Was that a pretend knocking?
No, that was my beer bottle.
Oh, that was well timed then.
No, a friend of ours, Alex, is in the chat box right now. Hi, Alex. How are you doing?
Hi, Alex.
So I think, I mean, it's your call, but the Genebound Guard is protecting everybody else right now.
Okay.
He's reducing damage dealt to all villains, so I would start
Then let's go for that.
punching him in the dick, as Roy would like to say. There's a lot of dick punching at Roy's house. You drew a card.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself for a second.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to play Bunker out here. Let's see. He's a foam grenade. Environment cards cannot deal damage. Auxiliary power source. Destroy this card to use an additional power. Draw 3 cards. Destroy this card. Interesting. In external combustion, deal lots of fire damage, which really wouldn't hurt anybody right now. Upgrade mode. May play additional cards. May not use powers. No, I don't have... Regrettably, I don't have a strong first turn play for Bunker. I think...
Very regrettable.
Yes. I think I'm going to do something I don't normally do and use auxiliary power source. Because I can, as the power, I can destroy it to draw 3 cards.
Is this when we find a ZPM?
This is where we find a ZPM, and then Rodney pats us on the head before returning to casual rudeness. Oh, Alex has had beer too. Alright, I'm going to play out the power source. And then I'm going to use the power source. Because Bunker's natural ability is to draw a card. So basically the power source lets him get 3 instead of 1. And then he'll get his end of turn draw. So we get the Omni Cannon. We get the Flat Cannon. This is a much more promising set of draws. Another Flat Cannon, which isn't helpful. And then for his end of turn draw, a Recharge mode. Interesting. So I could draw tons more cards. Alright, we're on Absolute Zero's turn. Alex, I promise, as soon as we have...
Can we then play the song Freebird while Haka is playing the card Freebird?
Are you backing the clearance fees?
Absolutely not.
Very good, then. We will not.
What if I did a rendition of it for approximately 4.5 seconds?
I think you would be so off-key, YouTube's filters would not recognize it, and that would be fine.
Freebird!
And we're done. All right. So you're playing Absolute Zero.
Okay.
Do you know this guy's gimmick?
Nope.
Absolute Zero damages himself to damage other people. You want to... The goal with him is to set up a loop whereby he deals out damage by damaging himself, and then he heals himself to on the next turn, do yet more damage.
Okay.
Oh, we have 3 people. I like... Alex, I'm dubbing you the chat moderator. You can just continue... greeting people who are entering the channel and sort of shepherding all that. Alex B. moderator. Anywho, you have this. This is your first card in hand, Glacial Structure.
Okay.
That is actually a lot like the card I just played.
Okay.
So you would be drawing 3 and then losing that card. And this is the beginning of Absolute Zero's damage loop.
Okay.
This second card here, the isothermic transducer. Because Absolute Zero's core ability is to deal himself 1 fire or 1 cold. He deals himself that. And now with the isothermic transducer, when he is dealt fire damage, he deals cold out to somebody else.
Okay. Do we care what kind of damage it is? Like, is the bad guy immune to anything?
The bad guy is not immune to anything. Some of his minions are immune to cold or fire. That's sort of the thing, is there's a rainbow striping of immunities over there.
Okay.
And then you have this card, Modular Realignment.
Select 1 equipment card from your trash and put it either into your hand or into play.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute Zero deals himself 1 fire damage and 1 cold damage. Alright.
Okay. That's better for when you have modules in the trash. And then this card is... well, go ahead.
You may draw a card, search your deck for a module card, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck, you may play a card. So obviously this isn't going to do us any good right now.
I would point out, though, it gives you a draw. It lets you remove a module card from your deck and put it in your hand. You don't have to play it. And then you get to play. So it's like +1 card, +1 action and Dominion. It's effectively not in your hand.
Okay, search your deck, not your trash card. Okay, yeah, right. Sure. Okay.
So you drew Horfire, which does a salad of damage.
Okay.
And then you can search your deck for a module. You basically have 2 kinds of modules.
Okay. Do you care?
I would, if you already have one, so you may as well get the other.
Sure.
And this is the one that will heal you.
Okay.
And now you still get a play. What are you thinking?
I don't know. This one seems good.
Okay. And yes, we are in a delay, folks in the chat box. There's about 40 seconds to a minute behind us speaking and you hearing it as a general rule of thumb.
What?
I'm keeping an eye on what folks are saying.
Visually, it's the same, right?
Right. Yeah. Our comments should be in sync with the video, and that would be amazing. That's part of the reason we're doing this experimental feed, folks, is to find out what happens. But absolutely, what people are seeing is about 40 seconds behind you and I having said it.
Okay.
So you have a play at this point, and he has 1 power. And you could deal yourself a fire or a cold.
I think I want a fire, because that reverberates out.
If you had played the module that did that, yes. You played the module that heals you.
Okay, then I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, the module heals you when you take cold, so...
Okay, then I'll take cold?
Yes.
Okay.
So, you've gone from 25 to 26. Congratulations!
Hooray!
So, now the Ruins of Atlantis do something, and the Kraken appears! The Kraken has been released. Oh, and he killed a gene-bound guard. That's awesome. That's great for
Excellent.
us. The Kraken actually is going to be really helpful because he's going to keep targeting the lowest HP targets. Oh, and the gene-bound guard's about to come back. So this is this Sideweaver is going to damage everybody equally, so we'll just let that happen. And then also being damaged equally by the Frosthound. The Frosthound is an example of something that's going to be immune to cold, so Absolute Zero is going to have a problem with that one. Oh, but when Absolute Zero took cold, he gained HP.
So exciting.
So he's actually only down 2 after all that.
Okay.
So now it's the Visionary's turn. Let's see. I could use Foresight. I could play out Foresight, which lets me start filtering the top of my deck more effectively. I have the Decoy Projection, which is going to last 5 minutes against these guys. I could put the Villain Trash on the bottom of the Villain deck, which actually might pay off more when there's more there, because Voss has that Forced Deployment, which pulls characters out of the trash. And it could also kill...
But it also deals her a bunch of damage.
Correct. That is the trade-off. Could actually kill her in that regard. Then I have the Mass Levitation, which is... No, not so much right now, because we want the Kraken to be killing those minions for us. And then Suggestion... I don't think we need to play that one. I think I might save that for when Forced Deployment hits the trash, and then just stick it on the bottom of the deck.
Sure.
You are so agreeable tonight.
Well, I don't know what any of the cards are that you're referencing. So.
I've been playing this kind of obsessively. I might have memorized some or more, some or all of them. Let's see. Bunker's got 7. I'm gonna give Haka some cards this turn. So Haka has been enlightened. He draws Haka of Restoration. Discard cards to gain HP. And the Haka of Shielding. Discard cards to reduce the next damage dealt.
Do you think the hamburger is where he gets his powers from?
It is. It's a mystical hamburger. Although, I think with the size of his hand, it might be a hoagie.
That's possible.
Haka is a large gentleman.
Okay, so I thought I had like 30-something hit points, and it looked like Haka was down to 16. So that's not good.
Haka is at 18.
Okay.
He started at 34, and then I think he's taken a number of highest HP hits.
Okay.
So that's where that's coming from. Right now, because I caused you to draw 2, you need to choose 1 to discard.
Okay. Whenever an environment card is destroyed, you may draw a card. Flip. Draw 2 cards, discard 1. I like that one. Flip. Meh. Alright, flip.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 2 cards. Oh, so many discarding.
Right. Well, that's Haka's gimmick. He draws and he discards to power things.
Okay.
And this card I just would want to mention could actually be really productive against Voss, because you can stick stuff under it and it will never be recycled.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, this one looks good.
Well, you're choosing something to discard at this point.
Oh, then let's not discard this one. We're going to save that one to play.
Right. This is the last card in your hand.
Okay. I think we could discard this one because this doesn't really do anything particularly interesting.
Okay. This is one I often wind up discarding as well. And then I get some damage dealing for next turn. Visionary doesn't do a lot of damage, so when it shows up it's rare. So, Haka. What do you want to play out of all that stuff you just looked at?
Flip to the end, because I think that was the one that looked interesting.
The one that you stick cards under?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Excuse me. Excuse.
Happy beer times.
I'm also best Sentinel according to our chat moderator. And I appreciate that. Alright, so what do you want to use for a power now?
What are my options?
You can do something to damage, which might be
Oh,
reduced by let's see, is the guard still in play?
what was the other?
Sorry, the guard is not in play, so that's good for us, though. I think he's going to come back
Okay.
shortly. So you can do some damage.
Okay. Then the card that I just put out seems. I do not want to destroy that card.
Yeah.
Destroy all cards, but I don't have any cards beneath it, so we're just gonna ignore that. That's just gonna punch something.
Where are you going to punch it?
A kisser?
Dick? The dick kisser?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I thought it was something like that. What do you want to punch in the dick kisser?
One of the lower numbered ones seems smart.
Something that damages everybody, maybe?
Sure.
That AZ can't hurt?
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good, and then I'll regain those points, I think. Or somebody, my other guy regains points.
He won't if... Well, this thing won't die, but at any rate.
Well, I don't think any of them are going to die.
No, that's true. None of them are going to die. We're short on damage buffs in this team, unfortunately. Something where it's just...
Mm-hmm.
So... Cheers, Clinky! Got a couple flat cannons last game, or last turn. I got the Omni Cannon. See, the Omni Cannon is another thing where you stick cards under it and then use the power to blow all the cards up for maximum damage. Recharge mode, I do not. That'd be drawing more cards. I think I'm okay at this point. Upgrade mode, play more cards, use no powers. In this case, flat cannon. Tough choice. I'm gonna play a flat cannon. And I'm gonna do something damage. I'm gonna do damage to something that's hurting everybody. Most ongoings.
What does that even mean, a gene-bound banshee?
Gene-bound, I believe, mean they are bound by their genes to obey Grand Warlord Voss. And the Banshee means they're a Banshee. This is doing every hero psychic. That's doing everybody cold. That is doing the highest HP. And that is helping us out at the moment. And that's probably going to kill the 1-point Frosthound.
Okay.
So I am going to kill this Psyweaver. Die, Psyweaver!
Nice.
And now it's Absolute Zero's turn.
Hooray!
Come try ya.
So what did I acquire at the end of last turn?
The end of last turn, you got
When
this.
not target 3 cold damage. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that's not good because I think something good happens if I get cold damage. Don't want fire damage right now.
Well, what in this case, what would happen is you would deal something. You have to do a non-hero 3 cold, and then when you do yourself 3 fire, you have not played out the card that would do yet more cold damage. So you're right. You don't want to play this yet.
Yeah.
This is draw cards and then destroy the card.
Yeah, bored.
Yep. This does a fruit salad of different kinds of damage.
Okay.
This is the card that lets Absolute Zero deal cold when he has done fire damage.
Okay.
And this is if one of your modules were in the trash.
Select one equipment card from your trash and put it either into your hand or into play. Back up 2, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this one.
Okay. So who do you want to do cold damage? You are a valid target for this.
I am?
Yes. No, wait, sorry. Yes, you are. You could do 2 cold and then gain 2 HP.
But then I bounce out to 0.
I should clarify that it's a net +2. Because instead of taking it, you gain it.
Is that frozen-looking dog thing? Is that immune to cold?
It is immune to cold.
Okay. Um.
And the Kraken will probably kill it.
Okay. How about? Yeah, I'll deal myself some damage then.
Oh, okay.
Didn't it say? Oh no, it didn't have to be. It's just one target, not non-hero. Okay.
Right. You gain 2. You're at 26.
Okay.
Now, who's going to take fire to the face?
How many fire do I get to hit with? 2?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for the gene-bound Banshee.
Banshee. Match to the eyelid.
It's not immune though, is it? Yeah.
Nope. And now Horfire is doing some of its requisite. The third part of Horfire was that it does absolute 0, a cold, and a fire.
Okay.
And those netted out because you had your healing equipment in play.
Great.
So now you have the option to use a power.
What are my options again?
This one power where you deal yourself a fire or a cold.
Okay.
So cold.
Then yeah.
Yeah. And you are rapidly approaching original health.
Awesome. Can I go above original health?
You regrettably you cannot.
Ooh.
Absolute Zero's thing is he's just going to keep bouncing back and forth as you damage yourself to damage others. So now we have a choice with the Kraken. It is going to hit the lowest HP. That is either the Frosthound, which is damaging everybody for 2, and then the hero with the most ongoing would take 3 Sonic from the Banshee. And it seems highly likely that Force Deployment is going to resurrect whatever dies. Yep. Whatever the Kraken kills is about to be resurrected.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Why doesn't the Kraken just not kill something? It
has to kill something. The Kraken is an unreasoning monster.
Okay. Immune to sonic damage.
And this one's immune to cold.
Let's keep the cold one.
Okay, so we'll kill the Banshee.
Yeah.
Banshee is dead. Now this is where so Force Deployment is destroyed. All the minions pop back out, so the Banshee is back. A Psyweaver is back. And the Guard, which is now reducing damage dealt to all the. And then out pops a spaceship. And the spaceship cannot be punched.
Honestly.
You're right. And now, so everybody's going to take 2 cold. And while that's happening, I'm going to look over in another window. Because I would really like. I'm sorry?
Is this an officially licensed internet version of this?
Define officially licensed.
The same company that made the physical board game.
Yes, they reached an agreement.
Okay.
All right. So now we're dealing 2 psi to everybody.
Okay.
And I've just opened up the real chat box. So if anybody's still listening, I'm here to engage with you when not driving the mouse. Because I think
Is there a fake chat box?
Not that I'm aware of. If there is, I feel I should be notified. But I'm doing that in part because I think our moderator has retired.
Yeah, I think that's why he said good luck.
Yeah. Anywho, why did I not get to play a card? Oh! I think. Doop-a-doop-boop-boop. Nope. Something stopped me from playing a card. What was it?
I wasn't paying attention, if I'm honest.
No, that's fine. It's the Leaking Room environment card.
Players cannot play hero cards. Interesting.
Yep. So right now, all we're doing is using powers we've already put out.
Okay.
In that case...
Let's kill that thing, then.
I have no damage. And it's going to destroy itself. because it has no hit points. So we're taking a turn out from not playing cards.
Okay.
I am going to put cards in Haka's hands.
Thanks, Visionary.
Because Haka's good at damage when he has cards to burn. So you need to discard something now. I would suggest the one you've already put out.
Haka has to discard?
Haka has to discard now.
Okay. But why is it a picture of the Visionary? That's very confusing.
Oh, I've just been joining the chat. Yes, this is the Steam version of Sentinels.
It's okay to be late to the party.
We're happy to have you, Matt. Thanks for jumping in.
Fashionably late, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have to pick one to discard. I don't know. This one, I don't care.
Just look. Oh, you don't want to. No. Yeah. Enduring Intercession. You've already got one out. You're very rarely going to actually use it.
The problem with this is that whenever it's not your turn in this game, you spend it studying your hand, so you know what's there. But I can't remember what's there.
So you're confessing to the world you don't own this game.
Yes, I'm not sure confessing is the right word there.
You're being very open about it.
Behavior.
What kind of behavior?
Expected.
Okay. It's your turn, Haka.
Alright, but I can only use a power, so I can hit things, I can destroy cards that are under Savage Mania? What's that called again?
Mana.
Which I don't think there are any cards under there.
Nope.
And what's the other one? Something about discarding...
You could destroy this card to not be taking environment damage.
No, let's not do that.
Because you are at 11 hit points.
Ooh.
And a little bit, I don't know how much of that has been the environment because these two cards would not be dealing you damage.
Well, what gives me back hit points?
The card you threw away.
Oh, okay.
And you can't play a card anyways.
Yeah, I'll just do some damage then.
Alrighty. You want to hit that Frosthound?
Yeah.
Because that will kill it in spite of the guard.
Haka smash.
Haka is from New Zealand, by the way.
Huh.
And now you can put something under your Savage Mana. My hands are in the air
Yes!
for nobody.
Yes, I do!
I like that illustration of Haka because he looks so happy to make a choice.
Excited. Haka regains 2 hit points. Okay, so maybe I will keep that one then.
Yeah, you might want to play that one out next turn.
Yeah.
So Bunker gets to play, or use a power rather. He can deal something 3, or he can draw a card. I have not quite a metric fistful, but it's more of an imperial fistful. I think I would rather just do what's going to wind up being 2 damage to the guard, because that damage reduction is really obnoxious. Where's the guard? There he is. Yep. So the guard is going to take 2. And then I draw another power source, which is cool, because let me draw even more cards. So now Absolute Zero gets to use a power. Absolute Zero?
Oh, sorry. I was reading comments. Well, I guess I will do some damage then.
Alrighty then. Well, damage or heal yourself?
Isn't it the same thing?
Well...
Oh, right. I do myself 1 5. Okay. But I can't do anybody else damage then, I guess.
No, you regrettably cannot damage anybody.
Okay, then I will hit myself with cold.
Very good. And it is very sad that you're not getting to enjoy the sound effects, because anytime somebody gains HP, it's a little choir of angels.
Woohoo!
Yes, just like that. The Angels of Super Mario World?
Ow!
Oh, golly. So a hallway's collapsing, which means everybody's going to take 3 melee.
Okay.
And the only question is the order in which they're going to take it. And it matters a little bit because I think we can kill the guard, and that way all the minions will be taking full damage.
Okay, let's do that.
There we go. Guard dies. And now all the minions will die. The spaceship will stay out. So
Nice.
that was really convenient.
Yeah. This worked out well.
Now I'll just try to be more aggressive with the visionary and trying to keep force deployment from being played out again.
Okay.
And at this point we can just let it... Oh, so the spaceship won't take any melee damage ever.
Okay.
But now Voss can start taking damage.
Okay.
He's at 90 hit points. No, yeah, very good. And now Haka just dropped to 5. Holy shit. Oh, Haka's gonna die.
Oh, yeah, Haka is gonna die.
Haka's going down.
Poor Haka. Those walls really fell.
Haka when Haka fell. Matt Golick in the chat box wants to know if there's a campaign or story mode. There's an unofficial... There's a non-implemented story mode that... Greater Than Games published recently, where it's basically a checklist of so-and-so has fought so-and-so in X environment, and you run your way down the list. And now, having said all that, I'm going to wind up tapping it. And TCF Stalwart is about to murder everybody.
No!
Yep. Here we go.
Okay.
So much energy damage. Oh, did a deck just shuffle? Why did a deck just shuffle? Frosthound is dealing everybody cold.
Okay.
See, this is why live shows have dedicated technical directors. So they're not playing a game and trying to direct. Just throwing it out there. The Visionary is absolutely going down now. So we're oh wow. No, we're on parity. We each have one character left.
Okay.
So the Visionary is going to let somebody do something. Now the Kraken is going to start targeting no, it's still going to start targeting minions. And there are no ongoings. So there's not really anything that she can do effectively right now.
Okay.
Except destroy the Kraken.
Which is... Why do we want that still around?
Because it's still hitting the lowest HP, which are the minions.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because right now, Bunker is at 9, and the minions all tend to live at 3.
Okay.
So I think Visionary is just going to skip.
Okay. Unprecedented.
The speed in which we are losing, that's unprecedented?
Isn't Haka dead?
Well, now that Haka's dead, you choose one of these 3 things. Because it's not so much dead as deeply enfeebled.
Okay. One player may play a card, select a hero, reduce the next damage, dealt that hero by 2. One player. I say select a hero, reduce the next damage by 2.
Okay. And whom are you choosing?
Probably Bunker, because I think Absolute Zero still has 20.
You are correct. Because Bainley, Absolute Zero, has primarily healed himself the whole game.
Yeah.
That's what he can do. So Bunker gets to play something. I think... I mean, just for maximum damage, because we're not going to do a whole lot, I'm just going to play External Combustion.
Okay.
Because that's going to do everybody a bit of damage. The Frosthound, not immune to fire. Funny. Kraken's going to take a nut or a lick. I can even destroy this or damage the spaceship a little bit.
Why is there a spaceship here?
Because he's an invader from another star system.
Oh, okay.
I thought you'd be all over that.
Mm.
I'm going to do 3 damage to Voss. Maybe we can get him below 80, and I would feel better about 10 hit points off him.
Okay.
Matt, you are absolutely right. One of the best things about the incapacitated mechanic is it keeps players involved even after the character goes down. Although, at that point, all you can do is sort of admire the cards that were in your hand.
They're just sort of like lying on the ground, still shooting with one arm.
Right. I thought you were going to say the cards were lying on the ground because you had thrown them there.
I had thrown those cards on the ground.
And then now we're all sad. Or I'm sad, and you're like, those cards deserved it.
It's just going to be closer to playing Agricola.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not telling you what to play, but I think you should play this.
Let's play this.
I think you're right. Now you can damage other things when you damage yourself.
Nice, so I can just go through this cycle of cold and hot hit points.
Right. So do you want to hurt something or heal yourself?
Hurt something.
Okay. What do you want to hurt?
Can I hit the main guy?
You can hit the main guy.
Let's hit the main guy.
Using your topwise finger?
Yes.
Sorry, you turn it topwise using your main finger. And then you drew a cryo chamber, which I have yet to really ascertain the utility thereof. So the phosphorescent chamber is increasing damage. It is doing... Phosphorescent chamber is going to increase damage, increase HP recovered, and at the end of the turn, it's going to make every player discard a card. And then at the start of the next turn, we can all discard a card to destroy the phosphorescent chamber.
Okay.
So Bunker needs to discard a card. He's going to
Okay.
throw away a mode, because I'm never going to get to play it.
You got 2.
Mm-hmm. And what would you like to discard?
The one that I just picked up.
The cryo chamber?
Yep.
Okay. Boss's turn. Boss's starship does us damage. And it's going to kill Bunker.
Pew pew! Pew pew! Oh, Bunker, I'm sorry. Except I'm not really sorry because now I'm the last man standing. Suck it!
That sounds exactly like Absolute Zero. He's kind of a dick. And fortunately, the new thing out is immune to fire damage. And he's dealing fire to Absolute Zero. This is going to be an interesting effect because his gear is kicking in. Since Absolute Zero took fire, he's going to do something cold.
Alright.
What would you like to do cold to?
Main guy, I think. Well, how many am I doing?
You would be doing 3 to pretty much anybody, I think.
Well, I guess let's hit that, kill that one then, the minion.
Yes. Sorry, I made a mistake. You'd be doing 4 to anybody who is in Voss, apparently. But the minion would die outright.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right. The minion proved not... The Fire Sworn minion could not handle the cold. Oh, and then he plays out a guard, thanks to the Stalwart.
Ooh.
Boo! The Visionary is deeply confused by what's going on right now. Nothing's got 1 HP. I am going to destroy the phosphorescent chamber because that's been a pain in my dick.
You should probably go see a doctor.
I feel like this is a more expedient way of resolving the problem. So Haka's abilities. What do you want Haka to allow someone to do?
Definitely select a hero and save myself.
By that you mean reduce damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to reduce damage dealt to the Visionary. No. Bunker. Bunker gets to let someone play a card, reduce damage again, or he may take a card from their trash into their hand.
Let's reduce more damage.
This one's my call, but I think you're right. So absolute next damage will be reduced by 4. So now you have something that improves your cold damage. You have this thing,
Okay.
which could pump out 6 damage to somebody. Draw cards and destroy the card. And this to get a module back. And then this, which would actually make Voss worse, I think.
Yeah, let's not do that.
This is my recommendation, personally.
Sure.
Because it's going to make you do more cold damage to people.
Okay. Is that my only power?
It is still your only power.
God, alright.
Do you want to heal yourself or hurt someone?
Let's hurt somebody. But I deal myself. Oh, right, I deal myself. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yep. Oh, and Haka and Bunker meant that you... Oh, okay, that was an interesting effect. So
What happened?
because we piled on damage reduction effects,
Yeah.
Absolute Zero did himself no damage and therefore dealt no damage.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay.
We could step back in time. How far back in time can we step? Sorry.
Nope, that's alright.
There's a rewind function, but it doesn't go that far back.
Yeah.
It's. I find it a little erratic about how far back you can actually go.
Mm.
But anyway.
Toxic seaweed.
Mm-hmm. It's all those toxic waste dumps. So
the thing at the end that looks like a snowball.
This thing?
Yeah.
No more Sub-Zero atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, one of the 2 that are duplicates.
Okay. What on earth is this thing doing? It's just eating all your cards for some reason, and the text does not indicate why.
Yeah, I don't know. Random? Don't care.
It just ate your whole hand, and that's not what that's not what the text indicated. Oh, good, a quark drive translocator. Rodney McKay would be on board with one of those. He would also explain how he invented it first.
Yes, I mean, well, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Who now? So Absolute Zero just took fire damage, so he's pumping out some cold.
We don't really have a chance of winning, do we?
No, it's mainly about playing it out at this point.
Okay. Let's just hit the main guy then.
Okay. And I feel like you've missed a lot of opportunities for Mr. Freeze style puns where it's ice to see people.
Oh.
Oh no, that was it. We're done.
Oh, well. Well then.
We have lost. Ladies and gentlemen, the first live stream of Decked has not gone favorably for the heroes. But thanks for hanging in with us while we tried this out. Sarah, what did you think?
Interesting. I mean, I think if I knew the cards as well as you did, this might be a little bit easier, because having to click through your entire hand to remember what's in there gets kind of tedious.
Right. And I can only say that I spent the better part of Christmas break doing the same thing until I learned the cards.
Yeah. But overall, actually, this worked quite well.
Yeah. And then I'm sure as soon as you run out and buy your Steam version of the game, you can drive next time.
Does Steam have Agricola?
I haven't checked if Steam has Agricola because I don't search for that game anywhere ever.
If it had Agricola, could we do this with that?
By we you mean you?
No, I mean you and me. Me dragging you into it.
As long as you understand, I'm going to be as dismissive of it as you are of this.
Yeah, oh, it's going to be great.
And I will have even had more beers. Thanks for everybody who checked in on the chat box. That was really nice, cool of you, especially with 3 minutes notice, because I spent a fair amount of the evening just sort of assembling this, and then we wanted to see if it could work.
Well, everybody's battened down in their snug, warm houses waiting for the snow to pile up.
That is largely why I thought it'd be interesting to try this, just because what else are we going to do tonight?
Yeah.
So, Sarah, this has been your decked premiere. Congratulations. I think...
Thank you.
I trust
So
you feel as honored as you ought to be.
I do. I'm going to have a second beer.
Excellent. In the meantime, everybody, thanks for jumping in and checking this out, or maybe seeing this in the future after we've cleaned up the archived version. And again, this is an experiment, so I'm half curious to see, are our voices in sync and things like that. And so, just for experimental purposes, as right before we end the game, I'm going to do one last thing, and I'm going to see if me clicking a button is in sync with me counting down. So I'm going to go, I'm going to count 3, 2, 1, say click, and then push a button, and we'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1, click. Oh, hang on, let's try this again, because I did the same thing earlier. 3, 2, 1, click. All right, that'll be interesting to see in the final recording. In the meantime, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and subscribe to Decked. Hit the button in the top right corner of the window to subscribe, to get notifications about future live streams, new episodes as they go up, and generally, stay tuned in and see what happens. Sarah, thanks again for coming on.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Talk to you later.
Bye.